think that you bring up a good point there, right? And it fits nicely with what we're doing here at Entre. The networking and growing those relationships. How do you look at networking? How do you look at building those relationships? How do you follow up and the importance of them?
Networking, we've all heard the overused phrase, it's not what you know, it's who you know. I challenge that, is both, right? You need to know something, and you also need to know someone. Networking is extremely important, and I love what you guys are doing at Entre. You make it so much easier for individuals because you're putting like-minded people, and I've been to a number of the events that you guys have had, like-minded people into a room. But really, my biggest advice in terms of networking is be genuine, be yourself. I see so many people that they come in with this facade of what they think an entrepreneur should be, or what they think an attorney should be, or what they think a sports agent should be. Forget about that. If folks want a carbon copy of who they are or what the industry is, then they're not going to pick you, right? What sets you apart is who you are. Bring into a networking event all of your experiences and values. Always stay true to yourself, because that's something that folks can see through right away, right? Be genuine, be honest. Don't try to inflate your background. Again, another thing that folks are going to be able to see through right away. And then the other thing, the most important thing, if you're in a room and you speak to 15 different people and you have a 2-minute conversation with them and you move on, you're not going to have an impact on that. I don't care if you go to an event to 1,000 people. I'd rather go to an event and speak to 5 people for 30 minutes each and really get to know them, because guess what? They're going to remember you and you're going to remember them. And a lot of people make the mistake that once they make that connection, they have this business card, they have this number. That's only the beginning. Mm-hmm. The follow-up, right? It's just like, anybody that's, dated, I'm in a serious relationship now, I'm engaged, you're married, Charlie. We wouldn't be where we are without follow-up game, right? So you have to look at it professionally the same exact way. You have to be persistent to let people know that you are interested, just like as if you were dating. So one of the hints, or one of the tips that I have for those that are young, or maybe a little bit more introverted than some more extroverted people, is be more interested than interesting. Individuals love to talk about themselves. Ask them tough questions that are not intimate, obviously. Ask them about their backgrounds. Show genuine interest in who they are and what they're doing, and then take notes. Right after you leave an event, I like to create a note sheet right on my iPhone. Mm-hmm. There's times during events that I'll make a quick bathroom run, and what I'm doing in the bathroom is writing in my notepad, and I just met Charlie. He's from Leaders Live. He has on a white shirt, so I remember. And you have little notes, so that way when I email you the next day, I'll have a nice, interesting point about what we spoke to that's going to help cue your brain back directly to who I am, how I made you feel, right? Because people never forget. They forget what you said, but they never forget how you make them feel, how I made you feel, and what we spoke about. So I follow up right away, and I try to build a genuine relationship, right? People can see right through if you're just building a baseline, trying to get in, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and, what you can do for them. Build a genuine relationship, and I promise you that person is going to introduce you to 100 more people and give you more value than they would if you just, ask, hey, can you introduce me to the next person?
Yeah, give me more about the how you made me feel at a networking event in any sort of way, but the emotional connection and, furthering the relationship there.
Yeah, it's human nature. It's human nature. We're all kind of a composition of our emotions and experiences. So it's extremely important to be yourself, be, loosen up a little bit. Obviously you don't want to be obnoxious. If there's, alcohol involved, you don't want to be the person that's over drinking. But the way you make someone feel is, put a smile on someone's face, offer to be helpful, offer to be of assistance. Ask people about, what they did to differentiate themselves in their field, because that's going to also bring about an emotional reaction from them in terms of how they felt in those situations, rather than just saying, hey, where'd you go to school, right? I mean, you can look that up on LinkedIn. Ask questions that you can't readily find the answer online. That's where you're going to get more so into the emotional stuff and be able to connect. And then I promise you, when you ask those questions, we're not all that different, and you're going to have some similar experience that you're going to be able to relate to that person with. And then when you're able to make that connection, that's where folks will remember how you made them feel, right? Whether it's nostalgia, whether it's just pure joy, whether it's, sadness and strife from some difficulty that you may have had either in your life or professionally. I'm not saying to get super deep the first time you meet someone, but it is important to get a little deeper than what's on the surface.